Hi there! Today I'm spending a cozy morning at a cafe in Melbourne. We'll grab some sandwiches, order matcha and coffee, and learn some English words and phrases that people use all the time in cafes in Australia. You can speak along with me and use this video for shadowing practice, or just relax and listen along. If you're learning English and want to understand how people really speak in Australia, then you're in the right place. These videos will help you understand everyday English through comprehensible input, while exploring real places around Melbourne and Australia. Members of the channel can download PDF scripts and get extra listening and speaking practice videos each month about my life in Australia. Okay, let's grab a coffee. It's been getting colder in Melbourne lately. It's almost winter and the temperature has really dropped. Today is overcast and a bit gloomy, so we're heading to a cozy cafe. Overcast means that the sky is covered with clouds. It's actually about to rain, so we'll spend some time inside before we continue with the rest of our day. This cafe has outdoor seating, but because it rained earlier, I think sitting inside is a much better idea. On a sunnier day, it would be nice to sit out here, but probably not today. Let's head inside. There's a huge sign at the front of the cafe. This cafe sells coffee and other drinks like matcha, juice, and soda. They also make really tasty sandwiches, which is why I wanted to come here this morning. This building also doesn't look like a cafe. In fact, if there wasn't a big sign out the front, you might walk right past it. It's a little hidden away. Hidden away means something is difficult to notice or to find. Walking into the building, there's a stand with the full menu on it. A menu is the list of food and drinks that a cafe or a restaurant sells. The menu is split into categories. Similar items are grouped together. On the left side of the menu, there are sandwiches, which they call sandos. Sando is an abbreviation for sandwich and usually refers to a Japanese-style sandwich made with very soft bread. They also sell toast made from the same kind of fluffy bread and pastries. Toast is bread that's been heated until it becomes crisp and golden. And pastries are baked, bready treats like croissants and danishes. I'll have a look at those later. On the right side of the menu, they list all of the drinks. We'll grab a table before we decide what to order. In Australia, people say grab all the time. It usually means get or take. I'll grab a seat just means I'll find a seat. Hi, grab a table for two. Can we sit anywhere? Thanks. Up the back? Thank you. Thank you. There aren't many people here yet, so we can sit wherever we like.
Scan the QR code to order. Order just self-serve upload photo in order to counter as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This cafe is styled with lots of vintage Australian furniture and handmade knickknacks. There are lots of little decorations and pot plants everywhere. The whole cafe feels very nostalgic. Nostalgic means something that reminds you of the past in a warm or emotional way. There's also a lot of Australiana in the design. Australiana refers to things that feel very Australian, especially older Australian style or culture. It gives the cafe a cozy, old-fashioned Australian feeling. It kind of feels like someone's house. It's pretty common in Australia to order at cafes and casual restaurants using a QR code. You scan the square code with your phone and place your order online. It can be convenient, especially when cafes are busy. Still, it's always useful to know how to order in person too. We're pretty hungry, so I'll head over to order our food first. At the counter, there's a cabinet full of pastries. The counter is the place where you order food and pay. Usually, food that needs to be cooked is ordered from the menu. But pastries, cakes, biscuits, and donuts are often displayed at the counter instead. Many cafes change their pastries every now and again depending on what the baker makes, so there's often something new to try. Some people love ordering their usual, which is their favorite thing that they order every time they go to a cafe. Other people like to try something different each time they visit. Today, we're trying something new. Hi. My QR code's not working. Do you mind if I order here? Thank you. Could I grab 2 miso mushroom sandwiches, please? And that's all for now. I might grab a coffee later if that's okay. Thank you. Yeah, we're just sitting on the couch over there. They're so good. Yeah, we've been here once before and I got the eggplant one. It was so good. We talk about it all the time. Thank you. Actually, I will grab the receipt. Thank you. Before the food arrives, we'll grab some water for the table. There are glasses and bottles of water near the counter that we can take with us back to the table to drink. We'll pour a glass while we wait. The cafe is starting to fill up now. More people are arriving and chatting with their friends. People are mostly here to chill out or catch up with friends, but some are working remotely. Working remotely means working somewhere outside of your normal office, like at home or in a cafe, but most people are just here to grab a coffee with someone. If someone says, "I'll grab a coffee," they just mean that they'd like to buy or make one. If someone says to you, "Let's grab a coffee sometime," they usually mean they want to spend time with you. It doesn't literally mean that they want a coffee, although a cafe is a really nice place to hang out with someone. Our sandwiches have arrived. They look pretty good. They also look pretty big. There's a lot of mushroom stuffed inside the sandwich. Before I take a bite, I'll grab some napkins. I feel like it's going to spill out when I take a bite. Yep, I was right. The filling is spilling out everywhere. I might need another napkin. Still, it tastes great. The bread is really soft and fluffy, and the mushrooms are crispy and savory. Savory means salty or rich in flavor, not sweet.
How good was that?
It was so tasty.
The mushroom was so crispy.
Oh, I'm so full.
So good. Oh my god, I want another.
The sandwich was really delicious, but was bigger than I expected it to be. I think I need a minute before ordering a drink. Today we're eating in the cafe, but you can also get your coffee or food to take away. Takeaway means that the cafe will put your food or drink into a disposable container so you can take it with you. You don't need to stay in the cafe to eat or drink it. Most cafes are also happy to make your coffee in your own clean cup that you bring instead of using a disposable one to help reduce waste. Alright, I'm ready to order our drinks now. I'll head back to the counter to order. Near the counter, there's a fridge stocked with cold drinks. They also keep alternative milk in there. Alternative milk means milk that doesn't come from a cow. There's no dairy in it. Mostly you can get soy milk or oat milk. Hi, could I order a hot matcha latte with soy milk and one hot black sesame latte with soy milk as well?
Regular size with it?
Yeah, both regular size, thanks. We're just sitting on this sofa thing. It might take a few minutes for the barista to make our drinks, so I'll head back to the table and wait. The person who makes your drinks at a cafe is called a barista. A barista usually makes coffee using an espresso machine, but they also make tea and other drinks that the cafe might sell. Baristas work in hospitality. Hospitality means jobs where people serve food or drinks to customers, like cafes, restaurants, or bars. It can be pretty fast-paced work because cafes are often really busy, especially in the mornings. Fast-paced means things move quickly and there's a lot happening at once. A lot of people on working holiday visas also work in hospitality while travelling around Australia too. Our drinks have arrived. My matcha latte comes in a blue mug and the black sesame latte comes in a glass. They both look great. Usually I drink 1 or 2 coffees a day, and normally I make my coffee at home. Today I felt like having something different. Matcha lattes have become super popular in Australia lately. A lot of people drink them iced, but I wanted a hot beverage on a cold day like today. Matcha has a slightly bitter flavour which I enjoy. Bitter is the opposite of sweet. Coffee can taste bitter too, but I like the earthy flavour of matcha and coffee. An earthy flavour is kind of like a savoury flavour. The sesame latte is much sweeter and creamier. My partner usually likes sweeter drinks and adds sugar to his coffee, so he prefers that one. Well, we've had a lovely time hanging out at the cafe this morning, but now it's time to head off. When you go to a cafe, do you usually order the same thing every time? Or do you prefer trying something new from the menu? Thanks for joining me today at this cafe in Melbourne. What word describes a feeling where something reminds you warmly of the past? Nostalgic. What word refers to things that feel strongly connected to an Australian style or culture? Australiana. What phrase means something is difficult to notice or easy to miss? Hidden away. What word describes food that's salty or rich in flavour instead of sweet? Savoury. What phrase describes work where things move quickly and there's a lot happening at once? Fast-paced. What phrase means to spend time relaxing with someone socially? To hang out. Thanks for joining me today, and thanks so much to the members of my channel. If you'd like a little extra support with your English, members can download PDF scripts and watch extra listening and speaking practice videos about life here in Australia. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more real-life Australian English practice. See you next time!